What's going on, T Squad? It's your boy Demetrius, and we are back at Reality. And today I have fantastic guests Ashima Etheridge, Mariah Collins, and Quinn Roberts. So today, but first, I want to shout out my girl Zuri. Shout out to Zuri for the hat, girl. Yes. And today, this topic goes well with this hat. So I want to talk about Monet brought up a topic, and she said about how Erica Banks made a comment about how girls she feel like that need to go out with her are like bad bitches. She said girls that have nice bodies, that look good, that, you know, can spend a lot of money. And everybody in the comments was slandering her, saying that she's like ugly, she's box shaped, look like a deep freezer, all these things like that. So Monet said that she does not agree with those comments that Erica Banks is ugly. And I just want to pose a question. She was Erica Banks was alluding that she wanted girls that had like surgeries or like unnatural bodies to go out with her. And I want to know, like, do you believe that natural women are not the mode anymore? Like, are natural black women not the topic of discussion anymore? Do you feel like surgery women are what's the new thing now? Ashima?
I feel like now when you say are the bodies are the mold, natural bodies aren't the mold anymore. I feel like not necessarily. It's a lot of representation of natural bodies, you know, especially, and I like that, like Megan Thee Stallion, Corey LeRae, is that her name? How you pronounce her name? Glorilla, you know,
but they like
skinny, Lizzo.
Yeah, Lizzo.
You know, shout out to the big girls. You know, so I think it's, you know, it's what you like. It's, you know, what you're comfortable. You know, how you present yourself, how you feel, and
well, you're a pretty natural girl. So do you feel like
natural?
All natural. So do you feel? Do you feel comfortable in your skin and your body?
Absolutely.
Like, okay.
And I go on dates, and, you know, so that's not necessarily true. You know, well, I ain't gonna say not necessarily true because you didn't make any claims, but I do feel like you have to be. I feel like confidence is everything. Mm-hmm. When you're satisfied and you feel confident in who you are, I feel like that's the mode. Confidence. Whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you comfortable. You know, whatever you like to do, whatever you want to do. I feel like it's nothing wrong with if you want to fix something or, you know, change something or make, you know, I don't think anything is wrong with that. I do think that people should go into surgery understanding the precautions and the, you know, things that can go wrong or, you know, long-term effects, all those things, and you take care of yourself and, you know, everything. I think you should go in with that mindset, but I don't think it's anything like.
Do you feel intimidated about women with surgery?
Absolutely not.
I was asking.
No, absolutely no. No.
So with Monet, you mentioned about Erica Banks is not ugly to you, but I think she is ugly.
I don't like calling people ugly. I feel like everybody has a preference of everybody has a preference of what they are attracted to. The whole thing about with Erica Banks is a lot of people were in her comment section saying she was ugly before the surgery. They said she was shaped like a refrigerator, so she was boxy. And they also said that she wasn't attractive. And, you know, when I go out into the streets of the world, and I look at women on a daily basis, I take a look around. I'm not coming across a lot of Nicki Minaj's and Megan Thee Stallions and Lori Harvey's and Beyonce's and Rihanna's. Like there's levels to it, you know, and everybody's not going to be the most beautiful, the most attractive person. Not everybody's going to have the BBL shape. Not everybody's going to have a natural Coke body shape. So if Erica Banks' boxy shape before the surgery was ugly, what does that say for most of the women in this country or in the world if they don't have that Coke bottle shape? Are they ugly too?
But I don't think that it was just because she was. I think it was more so the comments that she made that stemmed for them to say that she's ugly.
She can make her comments. Right. I'm not defending her comments. I think her comments were
but she's ugly on the outside.
I think her comments were distasteful, and I think they were trash. And she deserved all the hate that she got. But I just think when we're talking about people and slander and hate, we have to be really careful as women and as people to make sure we don't talk about certain traits that are unavoidable. So you're calling, not everybody has it. So because this woman, if she's ugly with this boxy shape, and then another woman sitting right beside her has the same shape, but she has a heart of gold, does that make her still ugly and not attractive? Like when you're reading these comments, if I'm reading these comments and somebody said women with big foreheads are ugly, like how would that make me feel personally if somebody just started trashing Rihanna? Thousands of people started trashing Rihanna and Drea Michelle and Tyra Banks because of her big forehead. I have a big forehead. So how's that going to make me feel? Like we have to be really careful about when we talk about what's ugly and not to put it on certain physical traits because we can't avoid that.
Okay,
like,
it's like, how can you call somebody else ugly when you were like that?
And when you have this, you looking black just like that.
Right. This is what I saw, or I could be wrong. Her whole thing was saying, or when she was saying, not ugly, but she was like, quote, and quote me if I'm wrong, unquote me if I'm wrong. She was just saying she want to see ass thrown. She was just saying like the skinny thing. She was like no to the skinny. She want to see when she go in the club. She want to see ass moving. And when you're skinny and you're small, you know.
But isn't that also still body shaming because people body shame people?
It is body
but my
shaming.
thing is, okay,
skinny people can't throw ass.
Right.
Okay.
That's true.
That's true.
That is true.
But okay. Also, but like men have preferences, you know.
Yes.
You know, some guys say, "Look, I don't like."
Or some
skinny
guys
women or
value
some
personality over
right too.
What we like is just our woman to look good. That's the most important thing for our woman to look good.
But you've been with a lot of people that have surgery.
Me personally, I like women that's all natural. Me personally, my preference.
Since when?
Since always. We ain't gonna go down there. But what I'm saying is, I prefer women that are all natural. Now, what I don't like, what I find a little unattractive, and this is just me, not just most men may feel different, but I don't like something that looks too obvious, where it's just like, okay, you can tell she obviously had surgery, she obviously paid for that, and it just looks too much. I find that unattractive.
So
would you let that woman know?
I said so she can be touched, but it just looks natural.
The natural
I like you for who you are. Like I like you for who you are. Like I like women when they don't have makeup on and stuff like that. It don't make me no difference. If I'm attracted to you, I'm attracted to you. Now when we go somewhere, of course you want your woman to look good. When she put that dress on, you want other niggas to be mad and all this and that. Like, yeah, you know this. I'm coming in with a 10. But you know, I don't want something where it's just like, all right, yeah, we know she got her body there. Yeah, y'all just spent about $30K or whatever. I don't need all that. I just need you to look good. Come in, we turn a couple heads, we go ahead and do what we do.
If everybody comes to the general conclusion or general consensus that boxy shapes are unattractive or ugly, and that's only going to put more pressure on everyday women to get BBL surgeries, which is not a bad thing. Getting surgery is not a bad thing. I don't want to say that it is. It isn't. If you have something done, if you have something that you don't like on your body and you have the money and the financial means to get it removed or get it fixed, by all means, go ahead and do that. But the problem that comes into play is, remember when BBLs first came out and everybody, it was a big wave and everybody was going across, you know, the seas and stuff to do it. That is like, people feel like they have to be forced to do, not forced, but with social media and Instagram influencers and like, you know, in order to be popular on Instagram and to be an influencer and to be a rapper, you have to fit a certain mold. You have to be aesthetically pleasing, and that's when people feel like they have to go and go do the worst means to get it done. That's where that problem comes into play.
I wanna, well, since you made that point, so I wanna ask Mariah, what things have you had done? Or have you had any surgery?
Yes, I have had surgeries. I've had breast implants and a BBL. I did my research before. I did not go overseas.
Is that all you had?
Yes. I did not go overseas for that reason of I don't know if it's safe. I don't know what their standards of care are.
Right.
I don't know what it is for them the doctors to be licensed or whatever. So I did stay in the States, but my motivation for doing it was just within myself. Right. It wasn't to please a man. I had the same man I had before I had the surgery, and I had the same man I had
for the BBL
after the BBL. So, I mean, and he didn't care either way. He didn't care. I've been small all my life. I'm still small. I didn't think I was gonna get bigger, but I just wanted more of a shape.
So, what kind of body type would you say you had before you got the surgery?
Like, did you?
So let's go over the different body types. So we have X shape where your breast is like, and your hips ratio, the ratio it matches, and then your waist is really small. And then you have the pear shape where the top half of your body is smaller, and then your hips are a little bit wider. You have inverted triangle like this. So the top half of your shoulders are wider, your breasts are bigger, and then your hips they come in. And then you have like a square rectangular where you're more so just straight up and down. There's not really a difference between your breast to hip to waist ratio.
I was straight up and down.
Straight up and down.
Did you have like were your breasts flat?
My breasts were they what?
Were they flat? Like were they? Or you had like a little bump?
I had a little bump, but I also breastfed 2 kids.
Oh, okay.
So
and you know what?
They kind of
so this is like a mommy makeover.
Yeah, but I didn't get a tummy tuck. I just got liposuction. I didn't qualify for a tummy tuck.
And I also want to speak on that too. A lot of women go through, especially after they have kids, go through many changes with their body, with their mental. And so that kind of gives them the confidence, okay, I can feel like myself again. Yeah. You know, because I have family members, and, you know, I know a lot of people who have had kids and their body change, you know, and they want to feel like they're themselves again, because that's a big thing too. So I think that's a plus for the surgeries, so people can feel like themselves again, because that takes a toll. Like postpartum and a lot.
Do you feel like people who get surgeries, when they like, you feel like you bought your confidence?
No, I had confidence before the surgery.
Mm-hmm.
I guess it just boosted it. I don't know.
Okay. So I have to ask before we start. Are those braces or veneers?
Oh yeah. So these are veneers.
Okay, I was making.
I
just wanted to know. So
how veneers count as plastic surgery?
It's a cosmetic though, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah,
and I was about to say braces is. I look at it the same way. People want straight teeth, right? That's not a a health thing. I want to have a nice smile.
Depending.
Okay, I'll say this. It doesn't necessarily have to be a health thing. It could just be, I want a nicer smile. I look at it the same way. If you want to look a certain type of way, then, you know.
Wait, I have a question. A lot of people say, you hear a lot of the times where you watch like my BBL stories or whatever, and a lot of people say like, oh, do your research. But what does that mean? Do your research?
You need to, so I went on Instagram and I would follow people, other women who've been through the surgery process. I'll see what doctors they went to, look at the reviews, look at the, you can see like the death tolls or the infection rates, or if the doctor is licensed or not in cosmetic surgery or something, because you don't have to be licensed in cosmetic surgery. You can be just a doctor, a general doctor, but you can do cosmetic surgery. So it's just different levels to it. That's what I looked at. I looked at the surgery center, what all they did there.
Where'd you get in it?
Miami.
Okay.
Would you say, no.
Do
you think you have to go to the big cities like Miami, LA to get these surgeries done, or can you do it locally?
You can do it locally, but it's not as commonly done.
Because the expenses when you go out of state, they're astronomical. Like the hotel fees and all that.
The hotel fees are. It's not that bad. It's not that bad.
Not that I wanted a BBL, but.
But like.
You want one?
No, but I did look into it.
Why don't you get one?
I don't want one.
Okay. I'm just asking.
But I looked into it because I follow a lot of girls on YouTube, and I'm like, oh, how does she get her abs so flat? And then I look and I realized that they got a BBL. And I'm like, you know what? Let me stop following them. Because it's unrealistic. Yeah, it's unrealistic for me.
But so in Miami, the surgeries are cheaper than if I was to go to Alabama or Texas, even though they're starting to do it more in Texas, but Alabama, they don't do it as much. So the doctors are really not that experienced. Mm-hmm. So I wouldn't dare go to a doctor. Now, for my breast implants, I would have gone to a doctor here. But I had been following this doctor in Miami for so long. I honestly, I wanted my breast done before I got my body done. Mm-hmm. But it just ended up happening the other way around.
I feel you got some good work.
Thank you.
Are you happy with your results?
Yes.
Because
that's another thing.
A lot of people they get addicted. They keep going back. I see that too.
So that's another thing. So you have to look at the doctors that specialize in your body type. Yep. So I looked at the doctors that did good on slender women, And to me, you can mess up a lot on small women because you
And
can go too big.
Like, you end up look like a Summer
Ant.
Walker.
Yeah, like you, that's what I don't want to look.
Her body type just.
So
she
the
looks like
picture
an
I
ant.
gave my doctor was a picture of Drea. I felt like Drea was a small frame, similar to my build. So
You think
like
she got work
20
done?
She
Yes,
definitely
I
did.
always thought she was natural.
No,
girl.
no,
girl.
She might not have had a BBL, but she had some enhancements.
Absolutely,
Yeah, I don't
yeah.
know what, but
Lauren Harvey had some enhancements.
you think so?
Yes.
Other than breasts?
Yes.
Well, her breasts
She
are
got ab sculpting.
Okay, so you can get just liposuction.
Men get surgery
Men
too.
get BBLs too.
And they
Quinn
get
said he
penis
was thinking about it.
enlargement.
Right.
And you know what? Men get calf
What you
implants.
just say? He wanted a
And
penis
penis
They
enlargement.
get
Yes.
pec
Quinn
implants.
just said he wanted a penis enlargement.
Don't do him.
Now I've taken care.
In other
Okay,
words, in that.
I've taken care of patients with penile enlargements,
Yeah.
and it's weird. But you know, if that's what they want,
So people really do that.
Yes.
How does that work?
they.
She trying to.
No, I'm just like, because doesn't it operate the same afterwards? Like,
Yeah.
that's
Right.
weird. I don't know. I would.
So what if your husband got one? What'd you do?
He doesn't need one.
But
Okay.
I'm saying
Check that.
he could have said the same thing about you with your surgery. You
Yeah,
didn't
how would you-
But,
He did say that. He did. He was just like, don't
Right.
come back home looking like what's her name, Tiny.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I was
Yeah,
like,
feel
all
it.
that
I
money
feel it
and
on
like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was
That's why
like,
I be worried,
don't
like,
go too big. Like that's
Come out
crazy.
looking like Lil Kim or
Yeah.
somebody. I ain't feeling that,
Jigsaw.
Yeah,
It's
you know,
too much,
she
you know?
got touched again. She's starting. She look good.
No, it's too much. You know,
But
too much.
if you were presented with a woman that was like aesthetic, okay, you presented with Mariah and you presented with Monet, who would you go to?
I mean, what's the conditions?
What they look? If you
was
looking
I
at,
presented with both of them, like, am I seeing both of them somewhere or something like
yeah,
that?
you at Canary Bar. You at the club and y'all they out, they looking great. Like you didn't know either one of them.
It's a lot of factors that go into that, though.
Right.
First on the site. I don't want to hear no factors on the site.
He thinking like personality and
Right.
Yeah, I'm
mean,
thinking
off
like, you know,
look.
if I come in there, you know,
Right.
okay,
Yeah.
obviously,
I'm
okay,
playing
look.
I don't want to hear all
I'm
that.
not playing it safe. Obviously, both of them look good, so you know I come in there. But you know, at that point, if I'm approach you, it's going to be basically how you talk back to me. It's not going to be on who I would approach first. If they look good, they look good. I'm gonna approach you and say something. I'm gonna say something. It's Mobile, like they said, closed mouth don't get fed. You gonna have to say something. So, but
I still ain't heard which one you gonna pick.
Like I said, it's depending on the vibe. That's really what it is.
So basically, he's saying he just can't go off loose.
looks.
Okay.
Right.
Like if they look good, it's not.
And I got a
gonna-
question. Why wasn't I included?
Huh?
Why wasn't I included?
Oh well, Ashima said Big Shima said she want to be included. Big Shima said she
I
want to
see
be
me now
included.
too, like I said. the vibe.
Because face card don't decline. Okay.
Waste either.
Look.
Nothing don't decline.
Hey, I done been around. I done had all different types, man. It don't make me no difference, you know. But like I said, it's really at this point, especially
So
at
as a
this
man,
age,
would you feel like you would have to step up to somebody that looked like Mariah? Like you would have to like be on their level?
I think at this time of age in society, you can't approach a girl who, if you can't match what they doing for themselves, then you can't approach them. Because if you see her and you feel like, all right, I feel like she already got her body did, I'm estimating she paid X amount of money. If I ain't got that type of money, then I don't need to approach her because I'm wasting my time. Not only her time, but my time because she already know what type of dude that she's looking for.
That's a good point. So did your husband feel like he was emasculated, kind of like, were you the breadwinner? Sorry.
No, because it was teamwork. The reason why I was the breadwinner is because we came together and made that decision. So no, he didn't feel me any type of way.
Did he feel that it wasn't the same you when you came back, or did he feel differently?
No. He didn't say, and his friends asked him that, like, does he feel intimidated going out and all this stuff because of the body? Because you know, I was in Houston.
It's nothing more
No,
attractive
I'm
than a confident man. He was confident, huh?
He's very, very confident. And that's what I like about him. I do not like no insecure man.
Ooh,
Like,
yes, Lord, no, Lord.
So, Quinn,
No.
would you say that, and when approaching women, it's easier to approach women with natural bodies because they don't seem as high maintenance?
No, it's not. I'm not saying that. It's just that a lot goes in that for one, the setting. If you know where you are, if I'm at Saddle Up Saloon, then I don't think anyone that would really be in there at a different type of. If I went to, let's say, bank or paparazzi, I would think differently on the setting that I'm in, where I'm going, the type of girls that's going to be there. And then no, I wouldn't say that, because a girl who didn't have her body done can dress and look just like someone who did in a certain type of dress or something like that. So it's really not that. It's just that when you look at it, a woman, you should know, especially at my age, you should know what your league is and who you can talk to or not. And then it's just like, if she look good and stuff like that, like I said, for one, if you ain't got no money, you shouldn't be talking to her. That's the first thing first.
Speak up.
Everybody knows you can't be. If you ain't got no money, then you can't really talk. I'm sorry about that.
She said say it louder, but people in the back.
Okay, yeah. If you ain't got no, I mean, that's true. And that's what I mean by a woman. Like I said, you can come in dressed down to a T. If I ain't got no money, I shouldn't really be talking to you, because if I can't afford to pay for you to get your hair did, your nails did, that dress,
That's a real man.
then what am I doing?
Do you feel like that with your husband?
Of course. I don't know what you want me to say. Why you looking at me?
Because you was looking at me. I'm finna pose the question. So do you feel like he's stepping up to the lead?
I have a question.
Yeah, of course.
Mariah, is that your name?
Yeah.
Do you want more kids?
No.
Oh, that was quick.
I know.
I
No.
mean, my kids are 12 and 9.
Wait, what? You have a 12-year-old?
Yes. So, of
She's
course
35.
I'm not 35.
Oh, what is it?
I'm 31.
I was close.
Not 31.
Right, that's definitely not that.
Oh, my bad.
Well, I'll be 32 on the 17th, but
Okay.
Okay.
yeah, no, I
You
can't
got
have.
to.
I don't want any more kids.
Okay.
I'm done with that era of my life.
So, Ashima, do you feel like, have you ever thought about you wanting surgery?
Absolutely. I
You-
thought about it.
You want it?
I'm not. It's still in the air.
And people
I'm
think-
not. I don't know.
I'm sorry.
It's a lot of stuff for me to factor. I don't know. So it's.
Because you're not insecure. You're very confident.
Thank
I've
you.
seen you, like, go out, and I'm like, Ashima is doing that shit. Like,
Mm.
you wearing some shit that, like,
You better say
she
it.
would put that on. Like,
Okay,
she don't
that's
care, but I'm
It's the
saying.
confidence.
Right.
It's the
Yeah,
confidence.
but I don't know. Like I've thought about it, but I don't know. It's not a yes or no for me.
Are you scared?
Yes.
It's very dangerous.
Yes.
A lot
And
of
that's-
complications
yes.
you have to look at
Yes.
when getting surgery.
You getting your tummy tuck?
I will not be getting surgery. I think about it a lot though, especially being on Instagram so much.
Yeah.
But I don't think I would ever do it because of the consequences and like what could go wrong. I don't think it's worth it. I'll just go to the gym, honestly. But a little procedure here or there, I wouldn't mind.
And people don't understand
I'll
when you
look
get
into it. I'll
surgery, you
follow
still have to
certain
keep it
people.
up. You still have to
Absolutely.
maintain it. And if you don't,
Yes.
it's gonna go. Your money's just gonna go to waste.
And that's why
Yeah.
people get surgeries after surgeries.
I wouldn't get a full BBL because I just cannot stand this whole fat ass trend. Like I just don't understand what the obsession is with big butts. Like I would never want one. I feel like the one I have is fine. If I was to get surgery, I would do like air sculpting.
Ab sculpting.
Air
I would say
air
anything.
sculpting.
Air sculpting?
Uh-huh.
What is that?
So it's like liposuction, but it's not as intensive and abrasive.
Okay. Invasive.
Invasive. It's not as invasive.
Oh.
And you can get your little, get your little
Without
fat
being
without,
put
and
up
you can
there.
go to work the
Right.
next day. It's
Yeah.
a fairly new procedure over the last couple of years, so it's still really expensive. So I'm waiting, until like maybe after, if I decide to have kids, after figure that out. If I was to get surgery, it would definitely be after kids.
Yeah, a lot of women wait after kids. And that
Because-
makes sense.
Yeah.
Because
Right now, I
Because
feel like I look fine. But
certain
like, who
things
knows
you
what
just
a baby
cannot
or
snap
two
back
do.
from.
And it's true. That's
To
true.
a certain
Certain
extent.
muscles are not gonna. Yep.
So,
But
you need a little
I'm
help.
focusing in the gym like now. Like if I can't get the body that I want by my discipline and in the gym, then it ain't for me, to have. So I'm gonna get it in the gym first, and then kids. I feel like if you have kids, especially more than one, everybody should get free surgery.
I know, like for real, like for real,
Package.
like
Yeah.
no, like for
They
real.
will- they will take- Yeah, and then-
push gift,
Yeah, like
but from the country.
because like a lot of people say embrace the stretch marks and embrace it. I'm not a mother, so I can't speak on this, but I just feel like no, like you spend your whole life as like an individual person. You spend your whole life as a woman, and then you grow into your womanhood, and you grow into your like your feminine energy and your sexiness and stuff. And then here comes some babies just fucking it up. Like really? Because you're gonna be a mom for the rest of your life. But that doesn't mean you have to look like one.
She don't look like one.
Exactly.
I'll say this: as a man, we're not worried about them stretch marks. As long as you look good, you look good. I'm not worried about that. It's not like, oh man, she got stretch marks. I don't think I want to talk to her no more. Nah, it's not that.
It's not.
You had a baby, okay.
But the thing about it is, that's how you feel. But you're going for somebody who's not used to that or not used to having that.
I can do a survey tomorrow. How many guys gonna say?
But the
no, okay, so y'all are thinking.
Beyonce walked in, I seen her stretch
Y'all are thinking.
Going back to what Mariah said, it's not about like what y'all feel. It's like you have to. A woman has to be comfortable with who she is.
That is a very true statement, but it's not. You're thinking about
baby's father. He has to help make you feel that way after you had kids.
You're thinking about stretch marks that you get, like, you know, on your butt, you know, when you gain weight or whatever, or stretch marks that. I'm talking my biggest fear. My biggest fear is when like you have a baby and then you get the wrinkly stomach. That
I mean.
Okay.
It's a fear of mine.
Your breast get
like it's a fear of mine.
If you look good, you look good. That's all I'm saying.
A big stomach is different from that, like, because you could lose all the weight. And then
but you saying look good.
Nobody even seen all that anyways.
But you saying, so now you saying that your woman can't show her body off?
No, I didn't say that, but I'm saying like, don't nobody. If you with me, you shouldn't be worried about what the other people looking at anyways.
It's about me looking in the mirror. Fuck what everybody else thinks. I want to look in the mirror and like what I see.
But no, y'all said what you just said. What you asked me?
I don't put me in there.
You asked me something. No, you asked me something.
I said you just said that you felt like she can't wear what she want to wear.
No, I was saying like she can wear what she want to wear. What I'm saying is be confident in what you wear. Why are you worrying about what other people think? Like the person who kind of matters what you look like already has accepted you. So why is you worried about what?
You're putting the focus on external people. It's internally. You can tell my boyfriend. I don't have a boyfriend, but if I had one, he could tell me I'm beautiful every day, 10 times a day. But if I don't feel it myself, like it doesn't matter.
To see your body go from one way to another. This man also had a baby, but his body didn't change. Your body's still the same from 9 months ago.
Right. But you gotta realize
and sometimes it's not enough.
You probably been in the gym more.
It's not enough to say, baby, I accept it. It's okay. Like, I love you. I think she has to feel that. Even if you're telling her that, she has to feel it. At one point, it's like, okay, look, what is it gonna take for you to feel you're good?
And social media does play a part in that.
Social media plays a part in everything.
It's awful.
And I
social media plays a part in everything.
But one thing I have understood is once you get older, your body's going to change regardless of what you do.
Absolutely.
You're going to become old, and all of the stuff that you've done or what you look like in the past isn't going to matter because your body's going to change the way you don't like it. That's a part of life and getting older.
You can grow to like it. I know a lot of women
you get older and like your body more, but you can work out for that much. Like that's better for your health when you get older is staying active and working out and different things like that.
So do you fear what your body going to look like when you get older?
No.
Well, he just basically said that you should be scared for that.
No,
because scared.
I've been this size all my life. I'm just a slim woman, and
so
the women in my family.
And she talked about maintaining too, so I'm sure she knows what to do. Right, that's what I'm saying. I'm sure she knows what to do. And the fact you said you didn't get a tummy tuck, you just got lipo.
It's not lipo.
Oh, okay. You didn't want a tummy tuck.
I did want a tummy tuck, but I didn't have enough skin. I barely had enough fat.
Yeah.
And I didn't have enough skin, but what I did was I got they call it the skin tightening procedure. So while they're doing the lipo, they tighten your skin up. So I did get that done on my stomach.
So does your belly button look like does it still look normal or?
Yeah, I didn't have anything done with my belly button. I didn't have
that's
no
only
cuts.
when you get the belly button starts to look different. I'm supposed like when you get the tummy tuck.
Because they have to recreate your belly button.
So yeah, they have to recreate. Miami got a tummy tuck because her belly button looks so weird.
Who?
I haven't looked.
Young
Miami.
I think it was just that picture. I think it was just the picture. I don't think
she had no.
It looks normal to me.
Yeah.
So, okay.
What you been asking me?
So it's a sex bed with a new body? Is the sex better with a new body?
I am weak.
Does it move the same? Because I hear that it's cold. Can I feel it?
Yeah, you can feel it. It's not cold.
I'm like, who would say that cold? It's nice.
No,
It's fat, right? Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. The sex, is it better? I guess so. I mean, it's the same vagina.
Yeah.
But more ass, so more stuff shaking and
Yeah.
So it's more fun.
Yeah, I guess. I am so uncomfortable.
She's like, yeah, yes.
Why uncomfortable?
Because I don't know. But yeah, I guess. I mean, you have to ask him.
You should have brought him.
We should have.
We should have brought him. Because we want to know. We want to know.
He would have not gotten on camera to say yes, the sex is better. Of course, he would have said yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's the right answer. But
Can we see it move?
no.
Oh my goodness, you want to twerk on camera?
Yeah, we do not have enough. We don't have out shots. There's no music.
Right.
She said no shit. Some people do it on
Yeah, the
TikTok.
some liquor or something.
I would be like,
Next time we have shots lined up. But it gets softer and it does move. Some girls' butt don't move.
Yeah.
Some are hard.
That scares me.
Yeah.
But mine is very soft.
do you think
I
that's
love
for
this song.
like the girls that get the ass shots, like Nicki Minaj?
Now the ass shots, I have not looked into
I mean,
that.
she got ass shots and her butt don't move.
Yeah.
Her body, like I feel
I don't know
like
how.
I feel like one thing that like I've watched a lot of videos about the whole BBL trend, and it's going down like in the beginning it was like doing it like over like the top, so the Nicki Minaj butts and all that type of stuff, and K Michelle did it, but now it's going into the trend where people are doing natural BBLs, so where it looks more realistic. I feel like for those girls or those women that have the really you can't just be walking around one day 150 and then put 20 pounds of like fat and ass shots in your butt and like think your back and your legs can accommodate. I feel like girls who get the really big butts are gonna have so many health issues later down the line. Because
Okay, what about people who are naturally built like that?
naturally built? But they. Megan Thee Stallion didn't just wake up one day with.
I'm talking about it's women that are naturally. Megan Thee Stallion has a. She's
very
thick.
athletic.
She's
No,
thick,
no,
but
no.
she's
No.
not.
She's
I'm
But
very
talking
their
about
body,
big.
their body
tone,
has grown into that.
I
So
see what
as
you're
they go
saying.
gain weight, their body it's a slow process to where their muscles and their back can
Versus a drastic
change.
Yeah.
I mean, you have women all the time who have really big breasts that have to get breast reductions because they have back pain.
Mhm.
So just imagine the opposite of that. If you ever see Nicki perform on the stage, she can barely move. Like she can barely move with all that ass back there. Like, and that's so unhealthy for your back.
But didn't Jada does Jada get ass shots?
She
or-
got ass shots. I don't
think she
like
does.
hers.
Yeah,
It moves.
She's too skinny for
I
it.
used to
It
like
moves.
hers. It does
It
move.
moves.
I used to like hers, but it's gotten too big. I
It's-
think for her short, petite body.
she's too small for
person,
it.
my favorite person that has surgery that body looks amazing is the Real Cow sister. What's her name? Ari. Her body is. I love her body.
I hate her body.
Oh,
too much like
I
that.
hate it.
love
it's
It moves-
okay. I wouldn't say
It's
big.
natural. Like her legs and her thighs
She got
match. Her
big
boobs.
legs.
And it matches. It
Glad you
matches.
moving.
See the reason why
It looks natural. She
See, the
looks
reason why I
natural.
guess I don't like it
It looks
is because
natural.
So
I'm
big.
thinking my thing is like I'm thinking fashion. Like I would want to wear. There's certain things in my body type that I have right now that I can't wear because
Why?
of the way.
You don't feel comfortable.
Not
with
that I don't feel comfortable. It just doesn't look right. My perfect body type. I like the Kendall Jenners. I like the Victoria's Secrets, the tall, slender, skinny because you get to wear so much stuff in fashion. Ari's body, you're limited to a certain type of look. She cannot put on a A-line dress and wear something that's more like 1920s A-line flowy type of dress
You
because
thinking high fashion.
I'm thinking high fashion.
Mhm.
She can't wear something like that because if she wears some of her boobs are huge. She's gonna have to cinch in that waist to give her body some shape, or else she's gonna look all around really big. So there's certain type of body types that I don't like. Not that I don't like personally, but doesn't
I
work
see
for
what
high
you're saying.
fashion.
I see
So
what you're
I like the
saying.
tall, slender, skinny because you can wear so much more things. So Ari,
Okay,
her
so
body
And
type
that
is
comes
huge.
into play again.
I got a
of
question.
What you
I got a
define as
question.
beauty.
So the
Right.
things that fuller women wear? Do you think it looks more appealing on women who don't have curves or just up and down? Because I have seen, like you look at the models, the Fashion Nova models and stuff, and I think it looks better on, and it could be me because I'm bigger, but it looks better on plusher women.
There are a lot of things that I see on Pretty Little Thing that I see the plus size women wearing, that I'm like, ooh, that looks cute. I want to get it, but they don't have it in like the regular sizes or whatever. That I feel like plus size women can rock. But there's a thing, that body type, that BBL type, where you have an array of different plus size women, and this is a problem with plus size fashion as well. Is that not everybody who is plus size is gonna have that Coke bottle shape. So if you have a lot of plus size women that are going to be more top heavy, and you have a lot of plus size women that are going to be body heavy with A-cup boobs, and so in the fast fashion industry, you have a lot of clothing types that are geared towards that Coke bottle shape. So it's just like, if you don't fit that type, if you don't fit that body type, whether you're plus size or smaller size, mid size or on the smaller size, you're up shit's creek, because that is the type of body type that people are more focusing on now. So I feel like plus size women can wear whatever they want. Honestly, it just has to be flattering. When I was in my size 2, size 4 phase in my early 20s, I could go into Forever 21 and Charlotte Russe and wear certain things and not have to worry about Spanx and all that type of stuff.
I was gonna say body shape,
but
but now,
right? I didn't have to worry about that when I was a lot smaller. I could just throw on whatever. But now that I'm older and I put on some weight and I'm more curvier, I have to make sure that I'm choosing material as well as something that's more spandexy, that has compression. I have to wear a certain type of things that's gonna fit my body type. If you are a bigger woman, there are certain dresses you can wear, regardless of your shape, there's certain things that you can wear. You just have to make sure it's going to be the right material. It's going to hold you in the places where you need to be held, and it's going to let you fly in the places that you want to let loose. Fashion can work for anybody type. You just got to make sure you know the material and the shape, and whatever your body shape is, you want to lean into that. So I just feel like for the clothes that I want to wear personally, that curvy shape is not going to work for me. Unfortunately, I have it. I'm not that blessed up on top, but my waist to hip ratio is to the point where if I don't cinch my waist in, I can look over on like a circle. I don't cinch my waist in. So I have to lean into that whole X and pear shape type of clothing. But, so I'm just thinking, when I think of like body types, I'm just leaning more so into the fashion of it.
How about what would I wear when I go out? But I know we've been talking a lot about what Quinn feels about like women. So like, what if would you be okay if your man got work done on him?
Hell no, absolutely not. What kind of work we talking?
the abs, they get the
abs. They get the abs. They get teeth done. Some men get BBLs.
So my man had his teeth done.
Teeth is one thing. If you feel like, I would want somebody who has naturally good teeth. But if you feel like you need to get your teeth done, by all means do it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't like the veneers look anyway. I feel like sometimes yours look great, but sometimes people would be like chompers.
And that's comes into play. And it's how much you pay for it, what doctor you go to,
right?
There you go.
So some people get the chompers where the teeth are too big for their mouth, and your teeth is really important, because if you get teeth that are too big for your mouth, fabulous. It changes your. Yes, it changes. Remember when he first got his done? It changes your face shape. So you have to be smart when you get your veneers. But no, why are you going to the doctor getting abs if you don't take your butt in the gym? Men can lose weight like that.
They get
the abs done. They get BBLs.
So what if your man says, okay, I want a larger penis?
No.
If he feel like he's 3 inches or he's smaller, he wanna.
I would never.
And you can't go to the gym and fix that.
You can't fix it.
I mean, if that's what you want to do, that's fine. But he wouldn't be my man.
Why?
Do you want work done, Quinn?
No.
Nah, anything I feel like. For one, I feel like I can, like you said, I can go to the gym. Mm-hmm. The gym is therapy. So just seeing your body gets better as a man. That you see a lot of men in the gym. Mm-hmm. That's like therapy. That's a stress reliever, pushing on weights. So like that's like therapy. So I wouldn't get any work done or anything like that. I mean, fucking I am who I am. So you like me.
You want to get your abs done? You want to get no veneer?
Nah.
Penis enlargement? I guess it's a big thing. I
will get veneers. I will get veneers.
Really?
I think teeth. Teeth are important. Like your smile. I think that's important. That's something that people notice off you, especially with darker guys. White teeth makes a difference.
But that's another thing, though. Another thing, just like the BBLs, is everybody want this perfect, straight-looking teeth. And what about natural teeth? Like, there's nothing wrong with a natural smile.
No, you know what?
It's not at all.
I want to lean in on that too, because a lot of people, my teeth are not perfect, but a lot of people think I've had braces because
right.
or
and I'm looking at your teeth. You have great teeth.
Thank you. Or I've did whitening. I've never done any of that. Like I've never done braces. I've never done whitening. I brush my teeth, and it's literally it. But people say, are you
genetics sometimes.
It is. It's genetics. I feel like, and people are like, oh my God, they're perfect. I'm like, no, if you look right here, it's like crooked a little bit. It's not, like if you look close, it's not flawless. Like it's not.
The problem with veneers is people want that perfect smile that everybody has. So there's not any difference between, if everybody got veneers, everybody would literally have the same teeth.
And it's
like there's no uniqueness to it. And another problem with veneers that I've heard a lot of TikTok dentists say is that you have people with great teeth. They may not be that perfect boxy size and all that, but they're great teeth and are taking perfectly good teeth and they're shaving them down.
Yeah.
So
and adding, and it's just like, if you don't have to do that, then don't do it. You don't need that.
But that's
perfect.
because they're insecure.
Right. I'm about to say that's
them.
It goes back to that whole thing. You have to. It's an inside thing.
Just like
if you see a lot of people with straight, like we say, social media plays a big part. You see a lot of people. A lot of people don't. You have to think about. A lot of kids grew up in social media. Like they finding themselves while they're seeing social media. Versus me, when I already knew I already had self, confidence. I already kind of had a sense of self before I started getting on social media. So a lot of stuff I see, I'm like, okay, I'm not affected by some of the things. I am affected by some things. I'm not gonna lie, but a lot of stuff I'm like, okay, whatever. That's that's trendy or that's whatever. That's not who I am.
I just wish we appreciated everybody's uniqueness because there are certain things that people with a curvier body can wear that, let's say, a person who's straight up and down cannot. There's certain things that straight up and down people can wear that, won't look right on a curvier body. And there's, with the whole, teeth aspect, I just wish we all appreciated everybody's uniqueness. If you want to go and do that, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. Go ahead and do you. But I wish there wasn't so much pressure into having to do it.
But that's because you got people
with... Oh, you go ahead. I think with teeth, you get braces as a child. Mm-hmm. So you really don't even really have sometimes a choice in saying if you want braces. I had braces in the 7th grade. I had 4 of my teeth pulled. My teeth were growing on top of each other. So I'm happy that, I had braces and everything like that. It didn't make me more confident, but, it was just something that I'm happy. I want to get them again. There's something I think wrong with it now that I want to get them again for my top teeth, but it's not anything like that. Like I said, braces, I wouldn't consider braces a big thing as far as because it's common.
I look at
it's
surgery
done to children and everything like that without their own choice.
I look at it as the same thing because as far as a cosmetic thing, if it's like a health thing, because you're trying to achieve a look. You're trying to achieve a look with surgery. You're trying to achieve a look. You're trying to achieve a certain smile. I know people like, oh, everybody get it. Everybody's getting surgery. You know what I'm saying? So we normalize braces for cosmetic reasons. Like it's the same thing. But
maybe because you don't have to go under general anesthesia.
I'm not saying as far as the danger. I'm saying as far as the acceptance.
No.
Braces to me is sometimes can be a necessity because
for health reasons.
Outside of that, people, if your teeth are just crooked or whatever, you don't need braces. If it's just you just want to look, or if it's a chipped tooth. That's not a health thing.
I mean, I don't know. In the professional world, I think a chipped tooth, you should get that fixed.
Yeah, that shouldn't be considered cosmetic.
Yeah, it depends on how chipped.
I worked in admissions. I can't say that if I went to a school that has X, Y, and Z, private school, this thing like that, I come in and I'm smiling with a chipped tooth.
I'm talking about like a smile, like you can barely see it. I ain't talking about half of your teeth missing.
No, I'm like, my tooth this chip right now. It's so tight.
That's what I'm saying. You can't
You
tell.
can barely see.
That's what I'm
Yeah,
saying.
you
I
can't
wouldn't
see
have known. I wouldn't have known that if.
But best believe when I go to the dentist, I'm gonna be like, "Can you say this?"
You see what I'm saying?
But like,
See?
but I think-
Cosmetic. That's
It
what
just
it
feels
is.
weird in my mouth.
But I think with braces, it's not necessarily that you're cutting something open or taking something out
That's
of
what I
adding
see.
something.
Yeah.
It's more of shifting. So if your teeth on top of each other, they're just shifting them down.
It's like getting a waist trainer.
Hmm?
It's like getting a waist trainer.
Yeah, kinda,
Although I don't
sorta.
think waist trainers work, but
Kind of, sort of.
They
I
work?
mean, like I said,
Waist trainers? Without
They
surgery?
aid. They help. I don't think they.
Without you, like, okay, so there's a difference between a waistband and a waist trainer.
Yeah.
So a waistband helps you sweat,
Yep.
so that will help. But a waist trainer, I don't think they really help unless you've had surgery. Because after surgery, your body is like putty, like it has to be molded. So that's why you have to wear a faja for so long.
that is the reason why a lot of BBLs do not end up turning the way that they should, is because people
Don't.
after surgery care is super important.
And it's hard because the faja is very uncomfortable.
That's why. Yeah.
It's hot, it's itchy, you gotta sleep in it, you gotta keep it on.
See,
all
and that's the
24
part- that's
hours.
What about the drainage?
And see the
tubes?
part where
That's
and that's another thing that I don't like clothes. I don't want to see the waist trainer.
Yeah.
Man, I'm one of those people. If I get it, y'all gonna be like, yeah, she ain't well. Ooh,
And
no
for the
way.
drainage, I didn't have some doctors do the draining tubes, but I didn't have those. So you just have to like put pads on, and so it leaks. So you have to get like 2-3 fajas, and they're expensive, by the way. You have to get 2-3 fajas because they get dirty and bloody. So you have to change them out, and while that one is washing, you can't just be out of your faja. You have to put another one on.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of work.
It's a lot of
Like,
work. And you need commitment because I'm pretty sure your
Yeah.
husband had to help you.
Yeah, he had to help me get into it.
I know a girl that had
restroom.
a
I mean, how long have
BBL.
you had to go without sex? I'm not trying to be like too in personal.
So
I
you're
wanna
supposed to wait 6 weeks, but
Oh,
we didn't
Jesus.
make it that long.
Right, because
Yeah, that's a long time. I don't.
a very long time.
right,
As long as
Is
2 months. Just
yeah, it was
That's
like
a
a
very
couple
long. 6
weeks.
weeks is a very long time.
Yeah, that's a very long time when you live with somebody.
That's, when you
Yeah.
married, when you not
I'm
not
saying,
for
like-
me, girl. I can go 6 years.
But I was so bruised up. He was scared to touch me.
Then I would
Yeah.
So
Absolutely.
of course I had to get on top.
He act like he Jeffrey Dahmer.
Yeah, he's like, I don't know, am I hurting you? Am I hurting? I'm like, no, it doesn't hurt.
Did you have to leave your faja on during the time?
Well, I tried.
Ain't no way.
It didn't
No
work.
way. I was like, no way.
It didn't work. He was like, take that out. I can't get in there.
Right.
So, had to take the faja out, but I put it right back on after I took a shower. But yeah, he hates when I used to sleep in it. He calls it he said I look like a quarterback. Like the equipment on, and then he liked to rub skin. He's a big baby, like he likes to get under me, so he couldn't do that with the faja on. I'm like, get away from me, because I'm already stiff, uncomfortable, like. And you can't lay on your back either.
Oh.
Lord have mercy.
It's hard for him, man.
So wait,
It's hard
I
for
have a
her,
question.
not him.
What I'm saying is,
I have a question.
Okay.
So a lot of the times, the reason why women get BBLs specifically is probably because they're trying to get rid of certain features that they have on their bodies. So natural women, have certain features like, a little pudge here in the stomach area, whatever, smaller, so a little fupa, smaller acids and whatever. How do men is that a thing that men look at, or because I think in my head it's like the number one thing I would want to change about myself.
A fupa?
Yeah.
You trying to change your fupa?
Yeah.
I think it's just he can
Yeah,
answer from his
I got a
perspective.
little belly,
But I think every man is different. Every person is different.
It's definitely not.
I wouldn't do anything.
I think with guys, me thinking for guys, I don't think that's
You
what
think
we
for
gonna look
collectively
at.
everybody?
Yeah, I'm like, I don't think, me personally, I'm not looking at all that. Like, I don't think that's the first thing we come off like, okay, let me look and see if she got a fupa. Nah, I don't think that's what we're looking at. Now when you like I said, when you get to a certain point, when you're attracted to somebody, you're attracted to somebody. Now when you come to where it's clothes off, that's a difference. If I'm attracted to you still with your clothes off, I'm okay with that.
So is there ever a time where you see somebody in clothes and because women have certain things that they do to hide certain things, we are very creative.
Have no clue.
Yes, and men have no clue. So I could wear, certain Spanx and undergarments and stuff. So have you ever had a situation where you saw somebody and you're like, oh, they're attractive, and you saw them with their clothes off and was like, what the heck?
Yeah, you can be fooled. You can be fooled.
You have been?
You can be fooled.
Catfish?
Huh?
Catfish? Like
Nah, not catfish like
Well,
that. like I said, now we know what it look like in the jeans when it's a little area that like that. Like I'm like, okay, yeah, she definitely got that right there. But no, I mean, you can be fooled. Like I said, a lot of guys, we don't know a lot of stuff. Like really that
You'd
women
be
go through to
surprised.
look good.
What I'm saying is,
stuff
has
like
that happened?
Yeah.
And is it possible?
Yeah, it's possible to happen. It's possible to
Did
happen.
it
Like
ring
they can
off?
have it.
Yeah, that's
Cause
good.
like you can say, no, I mean, you know, at that
Because
point,
he gonna do anything with it.
no, I'm not gonna do anything.
I was say no
But at
way,
that
no
point,
way.
you know, like I said, it's a lot of different things that you can find attractive in a woman. A smile, a personality, the way she wears her hair, her ass, her breasts. So I can excuse the little, you know, pudge or whatever
everything else make
because everything else kind of. And I'm looking at the ass like, man, she got a perfect ass. So we won't worry about all that. You know, we'll get to that later. You know, she can work out and get that over with.
What if she doesn't work out?
And she
I
gets bigger.
mean,
Then you
well,
gonna pay
we're gonna
for
have
the
to. No, we're not gonna pay. We're gonna try to work out. We're gonna try to work out because I like to work out. So I mean, we're gonna try to work out.
You need a jump
We're gonna try to
What
eat
you
healthy.
say?
I mean, a lot of it is eating healthy too. So we're gonna try
Oh
to eat
Jesus
healthy.
Christ! I'm at the door.
It's not as hard as you think. I'm telling you, but like I said, it's not. You can be fooled and still not turn away, and you can be fooled and be like, damn. Like I said, it's a big difference. It's a big difference.
He wants to play it so safe.
I'm not playing.
It's
it.
just-
I've seen
it's
girls
just
take
very
wigs
much
off,
like-
and I'm like, whoa.
Put it back on.
It's just
No,
like,
like put it back on.
I'm really
not put
trying
it
to
back
get
on, but you know,
some.
it's just like
No, I'm really
I've
trying to
heard
get some answers here because I feel like a lot of, maybe I'm projecting, I don't know, but I feel like the pressure, like, to get surgery is so high right now. Like, even if you look
Are
at
you
Coy,
feeling that pressure?
I don't
it's
feel the pressure,
internally.
but I'm saying you see it on social media all the time. Like Coy Leroy, is it Leroy?
Right.
Leray. Coy Leray. People are like, oh, she gets her body done, like she'll be perfect, and it's like she doesn't have the
So do you
ass and the
feel
booty.
The thing,
but-
I
I
think
feel
that's
like
an
with
internal thing.
celebrities, I feel like they're in the spotlight.
Right.
They're
You gotta
gonna,
be
regardless of what they
strong
look
head.
like or whatever they do,
They're gonna be
they're
talking
gonna be
about.
targeted. Lizzo is getting.
Slandered.
The man said he'll go on date with her, but he worried about her health. She's not. She's advertising unhealthiness and all of this and all of that. When I'm like, what the world?
And I kind of feel like with Lizzo, and I have no problem with what she looks like or anything that she does. But my problem is on some stuff, when people try to make a point, they go too far. As in, sometimes she wears almost nothing. I wouldn't want to see a girl in a Coke bottle wear what she's wearing, like almost naked. You know, I feel like some stuff like that.
But she's
you gotta take
embracing
a line
body
to.
positivity because she's a
I
big woman.
feel like-
But like I'm saying,
but when Rihanna does it, it's I mean,
I'm not saying what Rihanna does. What I'm saying is certain. I'm not talking about that kind of stuff. I'm saying certain stuff you want to see Rihanna do almost naked out there. You be like, what's Rihanna got going
She's
on?
been naked.
She has.
She's been
naked.
completely naked
I haven't seen
on
it.
red
I mean,
carpets. She was in that sorority.
And it wasn't.
What
with
I'm
her
saying-
titties out. She had a thong on, but it was like a sorority.
It was
Christmas.
What?
But my thing is like celebrities can do that.
Right.
Celebrities can go to an event where their boobs out. They can go to dress
And
to
we're gonna be
events
like,
half
yeah.
naked because they're a celebrity. You know, you can't do that going down to bank. Like I
I
don't
think you
care
can.
if you look good or you
I
don't look.
think you
It's
can.
weird.
I think it's.
In everyday life,
I
you
think
show up to an event half naked while everybody else is fully dressed. That's weird.
Me
So,
personally,
you-
I think it's all
I think-
internal.
And,
But,
and,
but
and
hold on,
honestly,
hold on,
I feel
hold on.
like
When they had mentioned about projecting, like I want to talk about this. So you feel like you have a lot of internal issues that you want to that you feel like with this topic because.
I just
you
feel
want
like-
surgery. Do you feel like a man? Do you feel like you're not good for a man the way you look?
I feel like I look fine,
Uh-huh.
but I have certain insecurities about myself. Like I look fine, right? But there are things that I wish I could work on or whatever. And just like living the everyday life, like going to work and being in the mood to work out and eating right and all that type of stuff, it gets difficult, especially
Yeah.
But my thing is, I was skinny my entire life. So at like 25, when you gain a certain amount of weight and then your body's changing, like as a woman, like that third, what did they call it, the second or third puberty? Like it's weird, it's real. Like your body changes over time as you age. Like it doesn't just stop at 18. It changes again. So I'm trying to get used to this new like body that I have, and it's uncomfortable. It's an uncomfortable experience growing into it and appreciating it. I mean, people tell me that all the time, but it's not something that like I think about myself like I am or whatever. So it's something that I'm working on, but it's just learning how to appreciate the skin that you're in.
Yes, you really are. I hope you really see how good you are.
Me too, because I don't think that I am either.
Attractive?
Yeah.
Why?
You said what you said?
I said I don't think that I am either. But that's just, me.
I feel like me personally on the subject matter.
Why would you do that?
Me personally, I feel like it's one of those things where once you get to a certain point, you should just be happy with yourself and just find that, you're gonna be you regardless of that. And not saying that is anybody internally, but whatever's meant for you is meant for you. And you know that if you feel insecure, find somebody who accepts your insecurities. Find somebody who, accepts who you are. Even if you don't feel like you're the best looking person coming down the street, that's fine. As long as the person that's with me or I'm attracted to finds me attractive, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with being, because I don't think nobody's perfect. And I don't think nobody's going to look perfect. Regardless, like I said, Nicki Minaj, she got all the money in the world. Her shit still don't look real and it still don't move the way she probably wanted it to. But she's with somebody.
She still has insecurity.
And it's crazy because, like, I know it doesn't really matter because it really matters how you feel about yourself. But, like, something that you're not comfortable with, somebody else that's their favorite thing about you. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I'm finna start crying.
Oh, don't cry.
but like I said, like for real, like be happy with yourself. And if you're not happy, at least give yourself a chance to change it on your own before you do something like that. And like I said, not judging you or anything like that, but like I was unhappy with my weight at one point in time, and I went to the gym and I found that very helpful for me to be, find confidence not only in myself but other things that I do. It became very much therapy. So I think, at least give yourself a chance.
Yeah,
and then everything else will fall into play after that.
Yeah, because I used to be a lot bigger too, and I lost a lot of weight too.
Yeah,
like I was like 305.
305.
Wait, what? You was 300?
I was 305 pounds.
No way.
I said you lost a lot of weight.
Now I'm 165. So like, I mean, I feel better about that. But also, of course, everybody has their own insecurities. Like sometimes I wish my teeth were a little bit straighter. I wish I I had abs, But then again, it's like when I see men with abs, I'm like, oh, they just look overly like done. Like they just look too like buff and bulky. They look like the handsome Squidward. It's just not.
It's just not. Always find something you can do better. Me, in personal, I wish I was 6'2", but I'm not.
5'3".
But I'm not 5'3".
I'm 5'2".
Like, shade of dark.
I'm 5'8", but what I'm saying is I'm stop worrying about, man, I wish I would this. Nah, I'm 5'8". Let me find a woman who is 5'2" or something like that. Make me feel a little taller. Or that a woman that accepts that I'm 5'8", she might be 5'7". We might look a little same height with heels on, but we'll make it work.
And it's crazy. I'm gonna use an example. Like for me, I wake up in the morning. I look at myself and I'm very pleased with what I see. And when I had an allergic reaction, I broke out really bad to hair dye. My face, my scalp, everything was like deformed, and I was so depressed. That was my first taste of like not being happy with what I mean. Although it was an allergic reaction, but I'm just saying like people who wake up and feel like that, or I was like, oh my God, I literally I couldn't do it. Like I can't live like that. So I really wish everybody, like people would just.
Because it really takes a big toll on your mental health. And
then, for that short amount of time.
People get to, thinking those thoughts. And it's just like, it's not what you want.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, like, I was so depressed.
How long did that last?
About a week. And I'll be great. I would never, ever use permanent dye. Ever.
So when they send you that little test patch, they serious about it.
Ever. Yeah. Ever. I do a rinse.
So what color was it?
Black.
Oh, wow.
I was natural, and I was trying to go back to black because black, is healthy and it was blonde. I was like, I'm over this. And then I should have never done that. It was like my hair was so nasty.
What brand was it?
I want to say Dark and Lovely, but it didn't matter what brand. It's the chemical in the permanent dye.
Yeah.
So
So
it's
you
like
can,
all
how
of
did you
them.
get? How did you get to blonde?
Oh, that's bleach.
Yeah. Oh, so you just bleached it?
Oh yeah, bleach. I'm not allergic to bleach. I'm allergic to the dye. And
Okay.
it was My
So
skin,
you
I
can
couldn't
do
even, I
rinses.
couldn't even do my hair. Like it was so nasty and pussy and oh Jesus, it was
chills.
horrible.
So you had to get like on steroids and antibiotics?
I was taking Benadryl. I think I was taking 10 Benadryl. Y'all, I was.
Did you go to the doctor?
No.
Oh.
Oh, you didn't go?
I didn't want to leave the house. I didn't want to do nothing. I was so I was depressed.
Yeah.
That was my first
I would have cried.
touch of
I would've
depression.
cried.
It was horrible. And then my sister, like my family, they jank, and you gotta have thick skin, and I didn't have thick skin at the time. They was like, "Dang, you ugly."
That's terrible. I'm laughing. But
Yeah,
that's
it
terrible.
was.
Yeah,
You
no
gotta have
better.
thick skin, girl. It could be up and down. It was horrible.
Sometimes your family could be your worst enemy.
They really can.
Or your best friends, because you need thick. Like for example, like stuff like this, you need thick skin. You need thick skin. Like you need to be able to know how to react to stuff like that, because you never know. People say stuff, and I like it's crazy because my first time being called fat, I was in kindergarten, and I was like, I asked myself, "Am I fat?"
Kids or something.
And she was like, "Girl, no." She was like, "She just malnutrition." I'm not thinking that they the same size. She just telling me that so I can feel better. I went to school and brought the girl canned goods because I'm thinking she's sick and I'm perfect. But she was, she was giving me confidence, and she was, that's where it starts. So I never really I've been big my whole life. I've been a plus size. I've never really the big girl syndrome, what people say. Like I've never experienced that because I always this me.
And that's good though. Like
That is.
I wish I had that when I was bigger. Like I was definitely not like that. I was very much like I need to be skinny, and I had went through a phase.
I mean, I have insecurities, but I never was like, I want to be skinny. I never wanted to be that because I knew that wasn't for me. I knew that wasn't me.
I had just woke up one day and I was in college, and I woke up. It was sophomore year, and I went to the gym that morning, and I came back to my dorm, took a shower, went and I cut out drinks, bread, fried food. I just cold turkey.
What you mean?
And I was eating egg white omelets with spinach and tomatoes and cheese, and that was it. And then I went and worked out 2 times a day, and then I had went through this phase in TMI or I guess nobody really knows. So I went through a phase where in Spring Hill I was bulimic, and I was throwing up and stuff after I eat, but then I got back on track. So now I'm back normal, but now I just work out and stuff. But yeah, I had immediately cold turkey just one day, lost all the weight.
Wow. So it's just a decision.
Yeah,
I'm trying to learn,
The light bulb.
make
really
better
was.
decisions.
Yeah.
That's hard. Them eating habits. That's hard.
Really hard, especially when
I don't eat enough.
when that's your first love. That's
Yeah.
my first love. No,
I don't
for
eat
real.
enough.
I love
Living down
food.
south,
I love
and
bad food.
Yeah,
It's
living
all
down-
in your
Yes,
face.
and then my
The
grandma cook. My
seafood,
grandma cook
the
every
fried-
day.
the
And we
soul
stay
food.
next door to each other. It'd be hard.
See, I don't eat enough, and being that I'm from California like that, my parents didn't let me eat fast food growing up, so I'm not really addicted to it at all.
Yeah, you
but
from California. You from the South. You'll be a little chunky.
Oh, I don't eat a lot
Been
either.
out
I
here
don't eat a
10
lot, but when
years.
I do eat, I eat. I
Oh,
don't know if that makes sense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it does.
You
My sister
tear
like
down,
that.
yeah.
My
I
sister
constantly
like
think
that.
about food, but when I do
Eat,
I'm gonna eat a whole lot.
Yes.
Well, this was actually a really good conversation. I really
Yes, I
enjoyed talking about this, and of course, I have to be in association with fine Black women. But
Okay.
I absolutely love the topic, and I'm so glad you guys came. Thank you, Ashima.
You're
Thank you,
welcome.
Mariah. Thank you,
welcome.
Quinn. Of course, thank you, Monet. And see you guys next time for the next episode. Peace out.